So here we are, day 19, our electronic budget simulation. You're going to need to open up the PowerPoint or electronic presentation link for the budget simulation and scroll down to slide number 4. You're also going to need your Unit 3 lesson outline. In your Unit 3 lesson outline, scroll down to the electronic budget simulation. You see you have 5 different jobs, and you can pick one of these jobs that we're going to use. These are our tracked expenses. You'll also want to set your electronic budget, Google Sheet, side by side with this screen. And now we can see our tracked expenses for the various jobs and our electronic budget. Now I'm going to choose to be a school teacher, and the way this is filled out is you get paid once a month at the beginning of the month, and I have a net income as a teacher for $3,411, so I put that in. The electronic budget is designed that you can use it for the rest of your life, replace these numbers with your own real numbers, and if you had multiple jobs or you get paid on the 1st, the 7th, the 15th, or the 22nd, you just use the appropriate income boxes. Otherwise, leave them all blank. Okay, once you've clicked into here, you can see that the rest of the chart's kind of starting to come to life. And now we're going to enter the rest of our tracked expenses. So for everybody, we have a housing expense at the first of the month. As a school teacher, mine is rent. Yours might be rent or house. And you can see that it's already been preformed to kind of get us started here. So if it is a house, changes the rent to a house. Mine happens to be rent. It's on the 3rd. It's also really important that the dates stay in order. So on the 3rd, I had a rent expense of $900. You'd have whatever expense lines up with the job that you've picked. We also all have a food expense. That would go under food and miscellaneous. And that happens on the 4th. And mine happens to be for $150. Now, some of you have a water and a trash expense. You just scroll down to the next available housing category for water, type in the water. That happened on the 5th, and whatever the amount for your water bill. You may also have a trash or garbage bill. This would also be a housing expense, so we'd scroll down to the next housing category, type in trash. This was on the 6th, and whatever the amount is for that one. And then we all go back to an entertainment expense. So this would go under food and entertainment, so we scroll down to our next available food or entertainment, food or miscellaneous expense, and we put in our entertainment here. This was on the 6th. And put in the amount for whatever your entertainment expense was. Then we all have a fuel expense. This would be under transportation. So we type in our fuel expense. This was on the 8th. And whatever amount that is for. Now, also notice that we do have income on the 7th. So I could scroll down below the 7th and put my 8th down here someplace, just to clean up and keep my budget open and available space for new bills and things to come on down. Okay, and so you can skip over blocks of categories and just make sure that your budget stays in order from the 1st of the month to the 8th. The way this would be used is you'd pull up your electronic budget. Let's pretend that it's the 6th of the month. And this morning we want to buy something, but this afternoon we're going to go and do some entertainment. So do I have enough money to do this thing this morning before I spend my money? So I would go into my checking account and see what my available balance is. Now I need to have, before I do my entertainment tonight, I need to have $996 left over for the rest of the month. So long as I have more than $996 in my checking account, then I can buy this optional extra. If I don't, then I either can't buy it or I would have to dip into my savings account in order to buy it. And that process of going to savings should cause you some pause because we have goals that we want to spend that saved money on. And spending it for this optional extra this morning might not be the wisest use of our saved money. And so that's why it's really important that it's in date order in order for the budget to be used. We can use the budget to tell us, okay, on this date, I need this amount of money in order to survive the rest of the month. And that is how we use our electronic budget.